Namaskar, IMD welcomes you in its daily weather briefing program of 21st March 2022. So in this briefing, we will discuss about past 24 hours realized weather, temperature scenario, weather systems, and forecast and warnings for next 5 days. So yesterday, 40 degrees Celsius or more maximum temperature has been recorded over West Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Kutch, Interior Odisha, Jharkhand, Marathwada, and Telangana, and maximum temperatures were above normal by 4 to 6 degrees Celsius at many places over Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Punjab, Haryana, Chandigarh, Delhi, West Rajasthan, and at a few places over West Madhya Pradesh, Northeast Rajasthan, and Assam, Meghalaya, and at isolated places over East Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal, and Sikkim, and coastal Tamil Nadu. And heat wave conditions prevailed at a few pockets over West Rajasthan, and the heat wave at isolated pockets over Uttarakhand and West Madhya Pradesh. And yesterday, under the influence of this depression, light to moderate rainfall has been occurred at most places with very heavy rainfall, that is rainfall more than 12 centimeter realized over Andaman Nicobar Islands. Significant rainfall amounts in centimeters are Long Islands 13 centimeter, Car Nicobar and Mayavanda 4 centimeter each, Nankavre and Hatway reported 2 centimeter each. So highlights of today's briefing is that a deep depression lies over North Andaman Sea and adjoining southeast Bay of Bengal, and pre-cyclone batch for Andaman Islands and adjoining areas, and no significant heat wave conditions likely over any parts of the country other than some isolated heat waves over this West Rajasthan, West Madhya Pradesh, and Jharkhand. So this is the location of deep depression over North Andaman Sea and adjoining southeast Bay of Bengal. It is roughly 12.3 degree north and 93.8 degree east. This is shown here, and the forecast and other details of the systems are that deep depression over North Andaman Sea and adjoining southeast Bay of Bengal moved nearly northwards with a speed of 20 kmph during past 6 hours and lay centered at 0830 hours IST of today morning over the same region near latitude 12.3 degree north and longitude 93 degree 93.8 degree east, about 140 km east northeast of Port Blair, 120 km southeast of Mayavanda, and 560 km south southwest of Yangon in Myanmar. It is likely to intensify further into a cyclonic storm during the next 12 hours, and it would continue to move nearly northwards along end of Andaman Islands toward Myanmar coast during the next 48 hours and cross Myanmar coast between latitude 18 degree north and 19 degree north around Thandwe in Myanmar during early hours of 23rd March 2022. So this is the detail of the systems, and updated bulletins are available in this national website of IMD, that is mosam.imd.gov.in, and also RSMC website of IMD. So accordingly, this is the track. So this black dot shows this observed track, and this red dotted this shows forecasted track. So you can see the track. This is already I have read out, and this is the quadrant bint of this deep depression. So these are available on our IMD website. You can refer them. And accordingly, this rainfall warning has been issued for today, that is light to moderate rainfall, thunder showers at most places with heavy to very heavy rainfall, that is rainfall more than 12 centimeter is likely at isolated places during next 12 hours, and it is likely over North Andaman Islands, and heavy rainfall at isolated places over South Andaman Islands, and light to moderate rainfall at a few places likely over Nicobar Islands. So we can say that heavy to very heavy rainfall at isolated places during next 12 hours is likely over North Andaman Islands, and heavy rainfall, that is rainfall 7 to 12 centimeter at isolated places over South Andaman Islands. So wind warnings accordingly 21st March to 23rd March has been shown here. So squally winds speed reaching 55 to 65, gusting to 75 kmph prevails over Andaman and Nicobar Islands, East Central Bay of Bengal and adjoining Southeast Bay of Bengal, and it would gradually increase, becoming gale winds speed reaching 65, 75, gusting to 85 over the region from evening of today, that is 21st March. And on 22nd March, gale winds speed reaching 65, 75, gusting to 85, very likely to prevail over East Central Bay of Bengal and adjoining North Andaman Sea and along and off Myanmar coast. And it is likely to weaken gradually, weakening squally winds speed reaching 55-65 western to 75 over the same region from tomorrow evening. Squally wind speed reaching 40 to 50, gusting to 60 kmph is likely to prevail over North Andaman Islands and adjoining Southeast Bay of Bengal, Northeast Bay of Bengal, and along and off Southeast Bangladesh coast. On 23rd March, squally wind speed reaching 40 to 50, gusting to 60 kmph likely to prevail over East Central Bay of Bengal, adjoining Northeast Bay of Bengal, and along and off North Myanmar, Southeast Bangladesh coast till evening. So this is the sea condition on 21st March. Sea condition is very likely to remain very rough till evening and become very rough to high thereafter over North Andaman Sea and adjoining Southeast and East Central Bay of Bengal. On 22nd March, sea condition is very likely to become very rough to high over East Central Bay of Bengal and North Andaman Sea and along and off Myanmar coast. It going to be rough to very rough over adjoining Southeast and Northeast Bay of Bengal and along and off Southeast Bangladesh coast during the same period. And on 23rd March, sea condition is very likely to be rough to very rough over East Central Bay of Bengal, North Andaman Sea and adjoining Northeast Bay of Bengal and along and off North Myanmar, Southeast Bangladesh coast till evening. So accordingly, overall fishermen warning is advised not to venture into Southeast Bay of Bengal on 21st March and into Andaman Sea and along and off Andaman Nicobar Islands during 21st to 22nd March and into East Central Bay of Bengal during 21st to 23rd March and into Northeast Bay of Bengal on 22nd and 23rd March. So this is the fishermen warning. Accordingly, this fishermen warning graphics is on here. So this according to these areas has been demarcated with different legends. You can see that there is a wind warning issued for during next 3 days. As already told, you can refer these graphics on our RSMC website as well. And accordingly, impact is issued for Andaman Nicobar Islands. So action is suggested. Total suspension of fishing and tourism activity during 21st to 22nd March. Avoid going to areas that faces the pattern logging problems often. People are advised to be in safe areas and avoid staying in vulnerable structure. Regulate and suspend offshore activities during 21st to 22nd March. Regulate air traffic on 21st March 2022. Check for traffic congestion on your route before leaving for your destination and follow any traffic advisories that are issued in this regard. So these are the actions suggested and impact expected is on here. Now we go to the maximum temperature scenario. So forecast is issued for fall in maximum temperature by 2 to 3 degrees Celsius very likely over most parts of western Himalaya region, that is Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand during next 2 days, and no significant change thereafter, and no significant change in maximum temperature very likely over rest parts of the country during next 4 or 5 days. And heat wave warning is already mentioned in the highlight that heat wave conditions is likely to prevail in isolated pockets over West Rajasthan and Jharkhand on 21st and over West Madhya Pradesh and on 21st and 22nd March. And no significant heat wave conditions very likely over rest parts of the country during the next 4 5 days. In summary, we can say that significant heat wave is not likely during next 4 5 days over most parts of the country. Now we go to the rainfall forecast other than Andaman Nicobar Islands. So under the influence of a fresh western disturbance, isolated rainfall, snowfall with isolated thunderstorm, lightning activity very likely over Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh during 23rd and 24th, and over Uttarakhand on 24th March. And light rainfall is expected with lightning very likely over Kerala, Mahe, Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, Karaikal, Rayalaseema, coastal Andhra Pradesh, and Karnataka during next 5 days, and light to moderate scattered to fairly widespread rainfall is expected with thunderstorm lightning very likely over northeast India, that is Arunachal Pradesh, Assam and Meghalaya, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura during next 5 days, and isolated heavy rainfall also likely over Arunachal Pradesh on 21st, 24th and 25th March 2022. So accordingly, I have given here this weather warning graphics for next 5 days. So you can refer them as already mentioned different areas weather warnings. So for today, you can see that heat wave symbols has been put here for West Rajasthan, West Madhya Pradesh and Jharkhand, and tomorrow only West Madhya Pradesh heat wave symbol is given, and other than that this heavy rainfall with red color is given to Andaman Nicobar Islands, and strong winds also his symbol is given here, and heavy rainfall on 21st is expected over Arunachal Pradesh at isolated pockets. So this symbol is here. Otherwise, over South Peninsular India, including this Chhattisgarh and Vidarbha and Telangana area, This thunderstorm with lightning activity is likely during next 24 hours and thereafter over these pockets, that is Telangana, coastal Andhra Pradesh, and South Central Karnataka, Rayalaseema, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala. Thunderstorm activity is possible. And on 23rd, this thunderstorm activity is also likely over coastal Andhra Pradesh, Rayalaseema, coastal and South Central Karnataka, and Kerala and Mahe. And then on 24th, this thunderstorm activity is expected over this northeast India and also over western Myanmar region under the influence of western disturbance and over this coastal Andhra Pradesh, Rayalaseema, South Central Karnataka and Kerala and Mahe. On 25th, this thunderstorm activity is likely to continue over northeast India and coastal Andhra Pradesh, Rayalaseema and Kerala and Mahe. So these are the weather warning graphics. So it is requested to kindly download our different apps, Mosam app, Damgi app, Meghdut app and Rain Alarm, and also visit our IMD website, that is mosam.imd.com.in. And also we are updating our different weather warnings on Facebook and Twitter. You can refer them also. So for today, this is all about today's briefing, and we will meet again tomorrow.